We have hit the live button.
Did we go live? Did I lose you guys?
We are live.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. You know what? It's interesting. The Twitter still does not have the link in it. So the tweet that goes out is basically useless. Yeah, we got to fix it.
Yeah, and I think it's when I complained to them about certain things with this, they said that it's the platforms that don't enable them to do it. I'm like,
right. Well, we can have Carmina do it or something. You know, like we should make that a little more professional because that's kind of silly.
Yeah.
And I thought of you, Joe, when I saw the TikTok news. Right, making it harder. Yeah, the other day, making it harder. You know, really coming down hard on anything remotely close to crypto. Anything with the letter C in it is getting banned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to do that, huh? But now because they want to be able to promote their own stuff, just like Facebook.
Right.
Facebook, is going to create their own token or chain. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Why not when you have all that money?
Bringing back Libra. All right, it's posted to YouTube. So
all right.
Get started.
Well, hey guys, we are live, Crypto Chat Live. We have people on the stream already. Matt is here. Welcome, Matt. Waiting for a few people to get up before we fully go into this. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm. Come on, get into it.
Joe, let's get the party going. All right. Shaun Neal in the middle this time. I'm on the top. Is Keith Carpentier at the bottom.
And the bottom.
Hanging out with us. I feel like we're on a game show.
Totally. It's totally like Hollywood Squares. Wait, so another one? Yeah.
Totally. Yep. So, today the markets are back up. 49. I don't know if we're going to hit 50 and bounce back down again, but, people are talking about the world was ending again yesterday because we dropped down a little bit. What is around 46,000? Everything's kind of just moving back up. I noticed that after these last two dips, Ethereum, Aave, 88's held strong. They haven't really moved on any of these dips. They've stayed solid. But Ethereum isn't really moving the same. None of these other coins, which could be a good sign for the market, none of these other coins really seem like they're moving as much as Ethereum when these dips happen. Guys, do you think this is a good sign, or is this a good thing? Good things to come?
I think it's a lot of what Shaun's been saying for a while. I mean, it was a great day today, but you zoom out to that week and it's pretty much dead flat. Like you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's what Shaun likes to say, a bit of a range bound period. But yeah, the 1 week chart looks a little volatility in there, but pretty darn flat.
Yeah. And I think again, it's only 46,000. It's only 3,300. I mean, these are just incredible gains compared to year over year, right? So I don't think that anybody should be sad about these things. People who are into crypto for a while, are really reaping the benefits of their loyalty to the space right now. So I do think again that look, everybody's on vacation. The next week has got to be like the most dead week in the United States. There is just like you have Labor Day coming up. Little kids are going back to school a little bit, but most kids are going back to school the week after. I think you have just like nothing going on next week. People are not focused on this. So
you expect a lot more sideways action.
More sideways action next week. I think the week after, people are going to be back. They're going to be, everybody's back to the office, back to looking at their jobs, right? Looking at what are the people? Quants are going to start coming back and saying, "Hey, I got to get my investors into something," and people are going to start complaining about low yields on treasuries and print more money, all this stuff. So I think the week after, the first or second week of September, September 9th, September 10th, you're going to start seeing a lot of action.
It is funny how a lot of people, when you do see the market go from 49 to 46, act like the world's ending in this market, unlike the regular, in the stock market. There's a lot of new money in this that are learning how to trade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally, it's a slight dip. It was a pullback.
Yeah, but come on, you're a news guy, Joe. Like the media wants it. Like they're just dying for like a big pullback, right? The sky is falling moment, the see I told you so moment, and then they'll just run for the hills as soon as it starts to consolidate and move back up. But they're just itching for it, right? They're itching for another COVID flare up. They're itching for a hurricane.
All that clickbait, that clickbait. I mean, how much did they hype this gigantic hurricane that was going to hit New York, right? And then it was a little bit of wind and rain. I mean, that stuff is all clickbait. So
probably be doing the hurricane in a few days. I'll do this show from the hurricane in a few days when they send me
That would be awesome.
The crypto storm.
Hey, maybe they'll name one like Hurricane Dynamo or something. Maybe.
There you go.
There you go. That'll be the first NFT of me. The bleeds of
awesome.
Puncraft in the house. Lateral market. Typical.
Yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right. That's what it is.
Brains. Heads up on the I'm not going to say that word. Heads up on the people he doesn't like selling the Dino at 10 cents. Souls at 88. Puncraft is on top of the world with his soul. Yeah. Everybody knew that was going up with NFTs hot right now. I mean, that was just an obvious choice.
Yeah.
So going on that with NFTs and the smart chains and everything, Shaun, I'll have you explain what you're going to try to do with DynaMMO, and you're going to make a separate token that's going to go on the BEP 20, the Binance Smart Chain, and it's going to make it easier. I'll let you go in and explain.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of conversations with guys in the Philippines, people who are sponsoring. So there's an interesting dichotomy in the Philippines. There's people who are really wealthy and there's people who are really poor. And there's a great sort of social fabric and network in the Philippines about the wealthy people helping the poor people. And there's this paradigm where some of the more wealthy people invest in teams that play Axie Infinity, and then they get some little return. So what they say is, they don't have the $1,500 to front to buy all these players, basically, and so they'll go to some lender, private lender, so to speak, and say, hey, can you lend me money to play this game? And then they'll go and play the game, and they'll give the cut back to the guy who helped finance their $1,500 purchase of the players. All of that is facilitated through the Binance Smart Chain. So their whole infrastructure is built on using USDT. So they're using Tether. They're sending Tether to Binance to buy BNB. They flip it to the SLP, Smooth Love Potion token. They play the game, and then they withdraw the SLP and convert it back to USDT. So that is like what everybody is doing. I talked with several people who were sponsors of teams. We polled a bunch of people in the Discord chat on a couple of different channels where this is happening, and it was a universal response. So I think that first of all, nobody's going to play this game that we're developing in the United States for $30 a day or $50 a day, right? So this is a developing country solution. So if we want to bring capital in to purchase the players, we need to cater to them. So we have to make it easy in their native workflow, if you will, right? So if they already have MetaMask installed, if they already know how to do USDT transfers, and they already understand all those mechanics, if we can make our game easy to use in that same format, I think we'll be successful, right? Because it's something they're already understanding, they're already familiar with. So to that end, what we're going to do over this weekend is create a new token that's on the Binance Smart Chain, but will be swappable to DynaMMO mainnet coins. So you can easily buy and sell DynaMMO mainnet coins on the Binance Smart Chain through this token. So we're going to basically create a swap exchange. The only price data that we have right now is safe trade. So we'll have to create what they call an oracle. The oracle will have to ping safe trade for the buy sell. And then the oracle will take orders in. Hey, I want to buy. and it will flip an order to Safe Trade and buy it on Safe Trade, put it into a wallet, and send it off to the guy. If I want to sell, I'm going to go off to Safe Trade and get a sell quote. You know, you can sell. I want to sell 100 coins. What's that going to cost me? Okay, then I'll go get a quote for 100 coins. If I was going to sell it on Safe Trade, and then it'll execute that sale. So basically, what we're going to do is extend our Safe Trade interface, if you will, to the Binance Smart Chain using this token, but in a completely automated way. So nobody's making any money off of this. You know, the foundation is not taking a cut, or I'm not making any money. Nobody's making any money. It's just an easy way to facilitate token sales on MetaMask specifically for this project.
Even though it's a token and even though it's Dynamo, but it's a token separately, does that increase the liquidity in Dynamo? Even though, because I know that, it's on the Binance Smart Chain. Will that help the liquidity basically of Dynamo?
I think so, right? Like that's the whole point. Is we're going to create a game that people can play to earn.
What I'm saying is, like, if Dynamo is tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain, so it's definitely a token compared to a coin separated now. So it does. You get what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, it gives a potential. First of all, a potentially much wider audience, right? Because right now you can download the wallet, but you can't acquire any tokens through the wallet. You still have to mine it or buy it on Safe Trade. So my first thought was, and this is what I pitched to everybody. Well, we'll just let you use PayPal or Stripe, right? Give us a credit card or send a PayPal. Nobody in the Philippines was interested in that. They really don't use it that way. There's a lot of friction. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody wants to use MetaMask. Or I said, well, what if we want to use Tether, right? And so then I did a bunch of research to see if we could do a Tether node. And Tether has completely banned anyone in the United States from running a node. Basically, they won't let you issue or redeem tokens if you're in the United States. No. So we could not run a Tether node in the United States as a United States corporation. So to create the liquidity, we're going to go to the Binance Smart Chain, and I'll create basically, for lack of a better word, it will be like an atomic swap. It'll be a self-executing swap where you say, I want to buy 100 Dynamo. We'll go to Safe Trade and say, what is it going to take to buy that? Okay, here's your price. Okay, send us the token, which you've bought with BNB, and then we'll give you the Dynamo.
So yeah, that's fascinating, Shaun. There's a lot of good comments on the stream there, Joe. But I think no, that was really good. That was really important because I know internally we've been discussing for a long time building liquidity and specifically leveraging Stripe or PayPal or one of those other vehicles. And I know we decided to move away from that. This is brilliant. Well, the Oracle will basically reach out and take a snapshot of last price paid or something like that. Are you going to do it at fixed intervals? Like, what's the thought process there?
At the time of trade. So if I go to this, it'll be a website or perhaps a link in the wallet that says, I want to buy Dynamo. I want to buy 100 Dynamo. We'll go off to Safe Trade. They have an API. And we will say because you can see the depth of market. And so how many coins at how many prices do I have to pay in order to buy 100? Okay, it's that much in dollars, but then translated to BNB basically. So if BNB is $470, we'll just do the math and say you need to spend the tokens.
Right. No, and that's good. I think it helps funnel additional volume in through Safe Trade. They've been good to us and a supporter of us and got us going. So I think that's really, really great. And the volume, it'd be fascinating to see the volume increase.
Well, that's it, because all of the trades will be executed on Safe Trade. One of the great things about Safe Trade is there's no slippage or commission. It's only when you withdraw, right? So you can deposit money all day long. There's no charge. When you withdraw, they charge you the fee. So if we just create a ton of liquidity in a wallet on Safe Trade, we're never going to get a fee. It's just going to increase all the liquidity with the buys and sells that happen through that wallet.
And I guess that's his question to Shaun, is the danger of the harsh manipulation.
No, because the whole point is it's going to be at market. So if somebody says, I want to buy 1,000 Dynamo, we're going to go off to Safe Trade and say we want to buy 1,000 Dynamo. Once that starts happening on a daily basis, or more, right? Like, it's hopefully like 500 people are going to come and want to play this game, and all of a sudden there's going to be all these purchases and all these sales, right? It's just going to make all the volume go way up. Yeah, so create a ton of liquidity.
This is great. This is great. That's why I was wondering, being that it's a token compared to the coin, but yeah, because you're buying it, you're going 1-to-1 anyway.
Yep.
And then let's be honest, Shaun, the other hidden advantage to this, as opposed to doing Stripe or PayPal, is you're going to significantly boost our average daily trading volume, which a lot of the other exchanges are looking at to validate and verify us to get onboarded. So that's almost like self-fulfilling destiny there. That's real good.
Yep. That's one of the things that I was concerned about, was that if we build a second token and it stays within its own ecosystem, and then we want to get Dynamo mainnet listed, well, we don't have the volume to prove it. Whereas if I run everything through SafeTrade, then it shows that the volume is actually happening. So that's why I designed it that way. I was thinking about that initially. Hey, we'll just make another token, and it'll be the game. It'll be like a DynaMMO token or something. But then that doesn't really help us to get on other exchanges.
So then where are we in terms of whatever, call it September 1st? What are we thinking in terms of timeline for this?
We're going to build. Ed and I are going to build it this weekend. We already discussed. We discussed it in detail last night. I have a great plan on how to do all this. We know all the pieces. It's just execution. So we need to create a server somewhere that has a swap thing that we can create. It'll be a PHP script. We already looked at all the APIs last night. We'll probably do the Solidity contract tomorrow. I'm going to work on the game tonight. So we'll do the Solidity contract tomorrow. We'll publish something on testnet. We'll get the whole thing working tomorrow or Sunday, and probably launch it Monday.
You're kind of answering that question that's up now. It says Binance banned Americans. How will we swap our Dynamo to Binance? And you kind of answered that there. You're going to make
not Pancake. Yeah, not Pancake Swap, right? Because the price is not being determined by the liquidity in the pool. The price is being determined by SafeTrade.
Yeah. And somebody was talking about making a Dynamo credit card in the game. You see, we can't do certain things because of laws. Maybe we can do there's a Dynamo credit in the game where they can buy the most basic land character, earn Dynamo while they play, and then Dynamo can only be sold between BTC, USDT, etc.
Yep, that's exactly it. So we'll have an entry fee, let's call it, right? So I'm thinking we'll do a free land. Like one land will be free, and then there'll be premium land that has benefits. Like there may be, say, a merchant inn where you can trade things, or there may be a mine where you can mine ore that gives you benefits, or there may be a fields of wheat where you can grow crops and harvest them. So, but the basic land will just have a house where you can store your stuff and some like basic stuff. And then if you want to have any of these upgrades, you can go buy the extended land. And then the very basic characters, which are like the level 1 newbie characters that don't have many powers or upgrades or anything else. Those will be very inexpensive, maybe 10 Dynamo each or something. And then we may sell premium characters, or as people level up their characters, we can let them sell it on a marketplace, and then we'll just take a percentage of each transaction. But all of that will be done in mainnet Dynamo, thereby increasing all of the volume trading volume on the chain.
Yeah, all of that sounds great. I love the freemium model, Shaun. We got to have that. And let me just say, I can't believe it took this long for Dallas to use the word necromancer in the comments. So
I still can't say that. You know what? I don't say that word because I gotta hear you say necromancer so I pronounce it correctly.
It's a thing. Yep, exactly.
I'll post. I actually have it built. I built this really cool crypt that has like all these coffins and these spooky columns and stuff like this. It's got 5 or 6 rooms, and I'll post some pictures tonight of it. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Necromancer. Trying to get through all the questions down over here. I guess the BEP 20 activity will influence SafeTrade price too, so we might not even need to swap to Binance to trade.
That's the idea, right? So once we do some minimal marketing to get the game concept out. And honestly, I think this thing is going to sell itself because so many people are into the gaming. But we'll do some minimal marketing to get the game out. 500 people coming in and saying, I want to buy 30 or 40 Dynamo to get some starter characters going. Let's say they just do the very, very basic, right? And you only get 500 people. Now it's 1,500-1,600 Dynamo being purchased. I mean, that would like 3x the price on Safe Trade right now. So hopefully liquidity gets higher, the buy-sell spread gets tighter. As that, I mean, that's what we're trying to do is get trades going, right? So
Shaun, actually, you raise a really good point. Again, in terms of pushing this thing out there, I know we're specifically focused on deployment in the Philippines, but maybe we should primary, secondary, tertiary markets there. Top markets that we want to give a concerted push to and give some marketing support behind. We should probably have a discussion around that. I don't know what those would be behind the Philippines, but we should explore that.
Yeah, so it's
a lot of people here that are probably there, and maybe they have some ideas too.
Yeah. I mean, throw it in comments.
You can look at the demographics of Axie Infinity, which I would guess ours is going to be very similar. Countries where if you earn $30 or $50 a day, that's a living wage. And right now it's Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand. Those are kind of in that order, the top three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. I was just reading through more of the comments. Any other questions, guys, on this subject? Because this is fascinating how this is going to work.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I mean, what an incredibly fast-growing, hyper-growing, niche this is. Like, just phenomenal. Really, really great. I'm super psyched to be a part of it. So let's get her deployed.
Everything you see on Dex tools now, all the scam coins, have moved completely off NFTs, and they're all doing play to earn now.
Play to earn,
it's amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing. There's so many guys that are latching onto this now. So, yeah, and they're never going to deliver a game. It's all 100x moonshot bullshit, which is going to pump and dump. But yeah, this is really in people's consciousness now.
Cool. That's exciting. Yeah, cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I'm just kind of going through, looking at see if I missed any other questions here. You want to go into some other?
October 1st is reasonable, right, Shaun?
Oh yeah, I think. What we talked a little bit about in the Discord channel was playable demo next Friday. So probably on our somehow we got to figure out how to do a live stream on this. I'd love to show playable demo. But I've already got the tech demo completed. I've got a basic land, the public housing land, if you will, already, and then 3 characters created already. I have a sort of a sword fighter, an archer, and I don't know. We haven't decided if it's the mage or the necromancer yet. We'll have to see what the other buttons.
The necromancer after this. All of us will have to go necromancer somewhere.
Yeah,
So we have a zombie. Is this what this is?
It's somebody who raises the dead, right? And then the people that they raise fight for them. So necromancers are, historically kind of considered to be very wimpy in RPG genre. So
they die easy, but yeah.
Yeah, but they have this front line of undead army that they can summon to fight for them. So, we'll see.
Handy tool to have.
Yeah.
Does Unreal allow for realistic? Oh, never mind.
I can't believe you got that far with that one, Joe.
I pop them up sometimes as I'm reading them.
It does, but I don't typically. Those are auxiliary bones, but I don't tend to implement them because I feel that it's sexist. And
we have to also make it PG.
We don't want to promote that. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube about how to build that, but I don't really like that.
Yes, you almost got me. You actually did get me.
Come on, AD. He's in the crypto van in the dark. Give him a break.
Yeah.
I'm about 200 yards from the George Washington Bridge. Just got over the Jersey side, so I'm doing it from my car and trying to look at it all from here. So what are some of the updates, though, of the game so far? Because you're going to you're gonna bring it out next week, right? You can
Yeah.
show us more this week or next week.
Yeah, well, again, tonight I have a couple more levels that I've put together, and I'm just sort of finishing touches on them. I do have the underground crypt that we'll show, and then I think that the next thing is I'll create the actual combat sequence. I already have one of the sample level combats created where there's 3 characters on one side. I have this kind of wolf demon thing, and so we'll start to actually implement some of the user interface where you can view the hit points and the maybe the magic points or the special power up, or have some potions lined across the top that you can use, and all those kind of mechanics things. I'm going to start to work on those.
I think I want to revisit something we were discussing. I guess it was last Friday. I think if we do a live demo next Friday, I think we should reach out to the community, because I'm telling you that the title of the game is really important, right? The branding of the game is really important. The community could be really valuable resource and help in naming it. I think it was Dallas was MVP last week with a lot of the great. Yeah. So I think there's a deep talent pool out there that we could draw on to come up with a really great name.
Yeah.
Because I'm not as much into this type of gaming, and I'm still learning it. What is there levels that you achieve and pass and go into the next level, or you're just in a whole world? And
yeah. So the idea is. Yeah, so the idea is you can level up your characters, and then they get additional powers. Like at say level 5, your spellcaster gets a second spell, or each level you get a little more hit points or a little more spell points or whatever. So it's a constant progression thing. And then the idea is that if you at higher levels, your rewards are more. So the more you invest in your character, the more that you win back. And so we'll probably make it where if you play in some certain bracket, you get 2 reward token. If you play another bracket, you get 5 reward token, whatever. So you'll actually get more tokens the more you play. Right? We're going to reward people for their long-term involvement.
Quick question for everybody over here. Is Shaun the only one that sounds pixelated, or am I also?
I was pulling my headphones out because I was like, "Oh, damn it, I'm losing." Okay, so
all of us sound weird, or is it just Shaun's? I just want to see. I want to make sure to see if I got to adjust anything.
I can hear you fine.
All right, I think yours.
No, you sounded like digitized, like digitized, very digitized.
Is that any better?
And he said your internet is wonky.
Yeah, no, I got gigabit fiber.
The necromancer is working. And just Shaun.
All right. I'll have to use another computer. I'm using my desktop, my crappy desktop. So
yeah, that's okay. I was just making sure. I want to make sure. Okay, Joe and Keith is fine. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll make sure we get everything I want to make sure, because Shaun's saying a lot of important things. Make sure.
So I like AD's comment about like Jenny being an unlockable skin, which in and of itself is awesome. But what is the stable we're looking at, Shaun? Are we looking at 8, 12? Like what's the fleet we'll have to choose from?
50 or something like that. We want to have quite a few. Yeah, we want to have a lot of variation. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Have the crypt in the wallet by noon, or the puppy gets it.
That's right.
Yeah, it must be my desktop. I don't know.
It's Shaun's ransom voice. I like it.
Yeah.
I love that the smartest guy in the room right here, Shaun. He always has the worst internet connection because he's out nowhere.
Wherever he lives, man, it follows him. He needs to put like a satellite up there in space just to like geosynchronous orbit over his house wherever he moves.
Yeah, I gotta get my iPad. I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds like 911. So okay, yeah, we went over that. We're just talking so much about this today. I almost think we just should stay in the world of Dynamo instead of getting outside and anything else, or just in the world of NFTs. Because this
that's big news, man. This is the future.
Keith's doorbell's ringing. Yeah, so this is
yeah, it is actually.
Every bull run has their different hot thing. The last one was all about, Matic and demonetize money type. This is the NFT. This is NFT and gaming.
Yeah, but I mean, to your point,
This
I
is
mean, the NFT thing has been around a while, right? I mean, this is not pioneering work, but right now, the play to earn thing really is on a hyper growth tear, and I think we're early, so I think there's a lot of road to run on this. I think it's a great place to be in.
Yeah, definitely. I think it has the momentum of public awareness. So yeah.
And I like this much better. That I'm still trying to grasp my head around the whole artsy. I'm not into the art NFT thing, but I like the gaming NFT. I think there's a lot more active use, and it's more interesting, and I think people like it more because it's just like buying an art piece. To me, it's just like buying a Beanie Baby, and 30 years later, I got baseball cards from 30 years ago that haven't went up. So I love this so much more because I see plus we're helping people in areas that need, another source of income.
Yep. And it allows investors to ride the wave as well, right? Not the only people are not going to be buying to play the game, but there are going to be investors that believe in the concept and are going to to buy just to hold. So that's going to drive as well. Just like Axie, there's tons of people who are just buying to invest and see growth. So.
Yeah, and to Joe's point, I mean, the art world is more than just buying an original Van Gogh, right? I mean, that's the headline grabbing tippy tip of the iceberg, but there's so much beneath that, and this is sort of the same way with the NFT market.
Or Gary Vee doing the NFT restaurant.
There you go.
I mean, that's just like
nothing burger.
Because nobody's gonna. I don't get it. I really don't.
It's basically it's a ticket. It's an entry ticket.
Yeah. Dalius, is the proof of storage part of the NFT network going to be a fast follow or in parallel to the dev to the game? I expect there will be a need for node support for the network.
It'll be in parallel. We're going to do them at the same time.
Okay.
Because once we mint all these NFTs, we're going to need to have storage for them, and we will need to have distributed storage.
And from Not So Big Below, great name. So is anyone other than the developers and a small handful of miners going to be buying anytime soon? Well, this is a brand new project, and we're not a scammer one. We're a legitimate project, so you're here early. It's gonna grow. Give it time. Right.
Yep. I mean, and this is attempting to bring in the buyers, right? We want people to buy DynaMMO so that they can buy the characters in the game and create demand. So, yep.
Yes, very good questions, guys. I love this.
It is going to be huge.
Yeah, it's a month. It's huge. Very huge.
We need to get like the sound effect on that one.
Huge. Yes, we do. Yeah, my next computer, I'll get it where we can do something bigger than restream.
Nice.
Get some sound effects going. So we're about 35 minutes in. You guys got any other questions, or we want to? Because I know that we got some audio issues here. I don't want to.
Yeah, you gotta give the plug for pun.
Yeah, let me put that in.
It's pun
night. Plug. Yep. Plug. Plug.
All right, you guys chat for a minute. I got to find that little pun plug.
I got it right here. There you go. Yep.
Boom. There you go. Yes. Yeah, stick it in there. Everybody gone on over in a party with pun. I still haven't went over. I'm usually driving my car after this. So I'm the one guy that hasn't been in it.
It goes till about 4 a.m. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Why would you guys rather fight one horse-sized duck or 99 ducks-sized horses? Okay, somebody's just trying to confuse me up here or see how well I can read. $50 in giveaways. I don't know.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. Just audio stream, Joe.
Yeah, Dallas, I was going to say like one duck if it was a necromancer duck.
You can team up. If you team up, you have to fight 3 giant ducks or 297 horses. A lot of stuff today. What happened to the marketing that was mentioned a few live streams back? Oh yeah, what happened to the marketing that was mentioned a few live streams back after the wallet was finished? Well, we're just in the process of, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and I think it was launched, technically finished, but then very quickly, Shaun and company, moved on to polishing the UX piece of it, right? And then very quickly into the game side of it. So, it's not as if like finished, done, put it down. It's constantly, being developed. And I think the enthusiasm behind the play to earn game really pulled a lot of the marketing effort. So as soon as we have something there, then, that'll be the big push.
Yeah, I think we really want to have something concrete to market, and the web wallet gives access, but it doesn't give the ability to acquire. So with the BEP20 connection and the game itself, I think that then we'll be in a position to do some substantial marketing.
Put puns thing in
Yep,
there.
100%.
Yep.
No, there you go.
Boom, boom.
Wow, in triplicate. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I had to skip a couple of these comments. We got some good comments tonight. People are on fire.
That's right. Good crowd.
All right, everybody start going over to get ready for pun. He's got to get his show ready. I'm down to 18% on my computer also. There.
Did it turn yellow? The little battery icon just turned yellow?
Yeah. It is a brand new MacBook Pro, and it doesn't last an hour doing all this stuff. Yep. Here's a PC going. Here's a question real quick. It looked like yes to web wallet access game. Much we had.
I think it's haiku.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just bringing it all together, right? The game is really going to kind of bring it all together.
Well, there's your first problem. Did you get the M1? No, I did not get the M1. There's a lot of issues with the M1. I made sure I got the MacBook Pro 20, the 16-inch, right before it on purpose because I didn't want to be the first one to get that new processor. No. Nobody wants to get the first generation of anything. No. And this is the first time I've ever had problems with MacBook Pro. I hate MacBook. This is the first time ever in 15 years hating a MacBook Pro. I've always loved them. Now I'm ready to just go back to PC.
Get it down.
I had PCs and built my own PCs, and then I go MacBook Pro, and yep.
And look what happens.
Yep. I might be flipping back. If I could build my own laptop, I would do it. All right. So that is it. I want to see real quick before we leave. I always like to see where we're at.
No.
And then 49-2. 49-2. No, we couldn't do it. I was hoping we'd hit 50 on the show. Everybody's saying get Adele. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to shut this puppy down. Everybody go see Puncrafts. Get your drinks, get your vodka.
And come back and come back next Friday for the live demo of the beta version of the game.
Yep.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you, guys. Later on.
Cool.
Bye.